Oh, we are live. I was like, yeah, so Hannah's trying to get on, but it's saying an error message. So whenever Hannah can get on, that'll be good. But we do have a special guest. I like this. When Hannah gets on, shout, woo! They got really mad about me putting that up. So yeah, sorry we're a little bit late. But we have a special guest tonight. Special lady.
Dad, you need to be...
All right.
It's like, do you remember, like, on oh, what do you call it? Oh, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? When they're like, and this is such, and they're like. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's boiling in here. I don't know.
Oh, do you know what you look like?
Well, you know, with Mr. Andrea and his little faux pas today, you know, not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I can't get out. Looks a bit like Chris, but better looking.
Fair one. I'll take it.
Oh, dear. Apparently we got lucky, even though we're with a better team, but yeah. Okay, so we're just going to wait. Hopefully Hannah can join us soon, but we'll just get started. So I think the PR team are having a bit of a nightmare today with Radrazani's Twitter account. If anyone's seen,
it's embarrassing. It's literally embarrassing.
So I don't know.
Getting so bad secondhand embarrassment from them from tweets.
Innit? You know what I liken it to is like if Michelle Keegan or someone agreed to go out with me, I'd shoot my bolt early, and that's exactly what Andrea did today.
What do you mean? Girls can't do that.
Yeah, they can. 2022, Natasha. They can do what you want.
Yes, sorry. Oh dear. So if anyone's not seen it, we're just gonna get the I'm having a bit of a rush around today, so bear with me. Oh, you know when you're rushing and like nothing decides to work. Well, Hannah knows.
Yeah, bless her.
Oh, right. Oh, is that me?
Throwing shapes.
Right. I've got it. So, yes. If you haven't seen the tweet, Ollie had put about how it's disappointing, but not so disappointing that like we've got Bambo. It was only disappointing because we were going for Gapco. I can't say his name. Gapco. So that's why it just seems disappointing. If we didn't, know about him, then we would have been over the moon signed in Bamba, right? So Radrazani has tweeted back saying, agreed, let's welcome Bamba and we'll continue to work on Gapco. Now it's time to focus on the pitch and support our new project and the great job Jesse and the staff are doing. And yeah, and then obviously, the deal's off. So it's backfired a little bit. But do you know how I read this tweet? And I don't know if this has any impact on the change of heart. But how I read this tweet is yeah, but we've got the second best option here, so let's welcome him. It's like welcome, Chris. I mean Gertrude. It's just I wouldn't really want to sign for someone who's just tweeted that out.
No, and if Gakpo doesn't come, it's because Radrizzani can't spell his name properly.
Yeah. And I can't even say his name properly, so I can't say anything. But yeah, who's the new bird? Fitz. Yes. Gertrude looks lovely. You're getting all the compliments.
Well, yeah. These boys aren't made of wood on the comments, aren't they? Are they? Well, they might be actually. Who knows?
Oh.
It's just a joke, right? The whole thing's a joke because it's like the club this summer for me have built up quite a lot of goodwill with the fans. We'd moved early in the transfer market. We'd brought signings who seem to be working really well. We've had a good start to the season, and then in a couple of tweets, he's absolutely destroyed it with a lot of the fan base today. Here she is. About time.
Sorry. I have to go and get the booster from upstairs because I think it was the internet. And I don't really know what I'm doing. So I had to get Dan to go and do it.
Say hello to our new guest because Ellie couldn't be here.
Hi. Sorry I'm late.
It's okay. Woo!
I saw them comments actually because I had it on my phone. I was like, I don't want to miss it.
Yeah, so I don't know. That plane must have been one shit plane. He's like, I'm not getting on that.
Sent an old Jet 2 wreck or something like that. On his box.
Are you on about the new signing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and about
Oh,
Rad's comments on tweet. Yeah, well, Rad's tweets.
We're just saying how much
Yeah.
he likes to shoot himself in the foot, doesn't he? Like we had the whole foreshore thing. He just likes to jinx himself.
It's just so Leeds. Do you not think that? It's just typical Leeds.
Yeah.
We
Like
do
you
need
said,
someone though, but can't see it.
yeah, like you say, Chris, it's like they've done all that build up in the summer, and obviously what's made things worse is Rodrigo going off with his arm hanging off. Who needs an arm to play football? So I think that's heightened everyone's emotion to desperately want to sign another striker. We've got Glassfoot, Bamford, and so the next thing is Geldart, which he hasn't taken it by storm, I don't think, this season. I don't think maybe that's a big one. Hey, don't be judgmental. We're not judgmental.
I am.
But yeah, it's just like you say, just undoing all the good work. But we've got to try and keep a positive look, I guess.
Well, actually, so before today, everyone was like, we need a striker, and we're going to finish the day weaker than when we started it because Dan James is going to Fulham on loan. Brilliant. How Leeds is that? I'm just waiting now for the don't go to bed yet, Leeds fans. And then we sold Jack Harrison for £4 to Newcastle.
God, don't.
That is one thing. He's one player who I'm really, really worried about losing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to lose him. I can't believe this is happening
It
today.
would be just the most Leeds thing ever.
The Leeds thing to actually look like we're actually building a team and getting squad depth to then actually lose that squad depth in the space of 24 hours. And you're just like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. Just as everyone was gelling, and I think that I feel sorry for Dan James, and if it's going to happen again, where he sat at Fulham and they're not answering the phone. He's like, for fuck's sakes again.
I feel a bit sorry for him. I really do, you know, because he doesn't want to go, does he? Like he said, he's expressed like he's keen to stay at Leeds. I don't know why we're letting him go. I don't like it's squad depth, isn't it? I think he's someone to make an impact. You know what I mean? He's the pace alone.
Yeah.
Off the bench. I don't know what they're letting him go to Fulham for.
So this is the argument. So obviously, so me and Jack, well, this is the argument. This is mine and Jack's argument. He's like, no, he doesn't offer anything other than pace. Like he's not creating anything. He's not creating any goals. He's not scoring. But I'm like, well, he creates that pace as well alongside Aronson, who's really quick. But he's just a good squad player to have. But obviously, I think it just comes down to money. Have we actually spent any of our own money, or are we just spending the money that we've got from Rafinha and Phillips? Because if so, I think that's just a bit crap.
I think we're about net zero for expenditure against incoming within a couple of million or something. So yeah, we haven't spent. So we've spent none of the Premier League money basically that we get for being in the league or broadcasting money or anything. We've just spent what we earned off Phillips and Rafinha.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like I don't want a scenario again where, you know, back in Risdale area where he's buying goldfish and everything like that. But and I'm glad he's playing safe, but at the same time, you know, just come on, spend a little bit just so you show the fans that you are taking this seriously now. We were right about the January transfer window. We were right about the summer window before that when we weren't getting anyone in. Just listen to the fans, you know. Not all of it.
Obviously, we need a striker. It's as blatant as blatant can get.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like they've got like we say, like they've done really well right at the beginning of the window in getting the players out because we need, and also providing squad depth. But if you think you're going to get a clap on the back just for that, you've got another thing coming. Like, you know, football fans in general can be a fickle bunch, and I know it's just frustrating when, of course, we all know that because we need a striker and we need a left back, and the fact is, it still looks like Rads is not learning the lessons of last season or even the season before. Like we needed cover for Bamford. We didn't get it because we thought, oh, we'll just saddle with like we've got Rodrigo, but he wasn't lighting up when, of course, he took over last season. I know none of it did, but still, he didn't do anything for us, really.
And the thing with Bamford, it was like, yeah, but he's going to come back soon. We can't rely on that. People, how long they're going to be out for, because, you know, they just kept saying it. And Chris, do you think Bamford's like done now, or you know, he came on, he was quite good the other day? What?
I don't think he's done, but I also don't think we can rely on him to play 25 plus games a season anymore. I think his body's starting to break down. I'm half expecting an announcement tomorrow morning from the club that Bamford's out for 6 months with, I don't know, twisted neck or something. With the look he's had. And Dan James will go tonight. Cine will pull his hamstring in the morning at training. You just know it's such a Leeds thing. It's such a Leeds thing to just go about this way. It's ridiculous, in all honesty. I mean, people probably can't take me seriously because I'm sat here looking like an absolute.
You've never done better, Chris. I mean, Gertrude. So, Hannah, like you say, it is a very Leeds thing. Can you blame Radrizzani for that?
Yeah, because it's all really on down to him, really, isn't it? But it's right, though. We won't get anyone in today. James will go. And like you said, there'll be an injury tomorrow. And on the Bamford thing, I'll be shocked if he plays 2 full games, to be honest. I'm just worried. Like every time he comes on, I just think, oh, what's he going to go off with today? Do you know what I mean? He made an impact, though, the other night when he come on. Did he come on 15, 20 minutes? Is that it? He did make an impact, I thought. And you could see like the impact with having a striker like on the field, but they must be absolutely off the rocker if they think we're going to be able to have him all season, because we can't. And actually, just on the Bamford thing, at the end of the game, he was really rude. Just gotta say, He wound me up.
Rude in what way?
He pretended to be on the phone. There was no one on the phone, right? You could clearly see there was no one on the phone, just so he didn't have to go to kids. That was quite
really?
nice. That's not nice, Patrick.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was at the end because we waited because my nephew wants like a shirt signed from the squad, and he was just so like rude.
Well,
and I just come on, Paddy, like you're absolutely idolised at Leeds.
Yeah, do you know what? Well, as you mentioned that we went to Brighton game, and Jack had a tour of Brighton, and basically you can get a drink in any stand after the game in Brighton. So he was literally going in every every stand while we were like, let's just wait for the train to like die down, kind of thing. So we've literally just done a tour of Brighton's football stadium and like done a pub crawl around each stand. And one of them was where the players come out. And I said, well, you go get your beer then, and I'm going to wait here like a sado. I have no nephew to blame it on. But yeah, again, there was kids there, and I think only Jack Harrison out of everyone came and signed and said hello. All the other players just sodded off, just went straight on the bus, which I thought was disgusting. You know, we're not Man United. We're not like, you know, we're not that snobby yet.
every home game this season, bar the cup game last week, Barnsley, we've stood. Jack Harrison has stood and gone down the whole line. Everyone.
Really?
Yeah, it was really polite as well. Really nice. I just was a bit peeved with Bamford. I just thought it was a bit.
Yeah.
At least if you're going to be on the phone, make it look like you're on the phone. Like you could clearly see that there was no one talking to you on the other end.
At least light the phone up. So I'm assuming this is Jack.
Yeah.
So we've all spoke about a striker, but obviously we've all been banging on about a left back as well. Rhiannon, are you disappointed? If we get a striker, would you prefer to get a striker than a left back? Would you still be happy not having a left back if we've got a striker? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think we need a striker more than a left back, but I wouldn't be happy if we didn't get a left back. I just wouldn't be satisfied either way, put it that way, because I think because we need both. I mean, Struijk has done all right. You know, he's played out of his skin. But we're still weak that side. Like, you still know that that's not his position. Like, he is a centre-back, like, because he does make some pretty easy mistakes. And it's just... It can be frustrating to see, but it's... I don't... If thing is, though, that could potentially become his permanent position, because I really can't see Firpo coming in front of Struijk and actually doing a better job than what he's doing at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
So would you not move?
It's just the fact that I don't think Firpo at the moment has proved, personally to me, enough to be put in front of.
Would you not put Firpo there and put Struijk where Llorente is?
Well, yeah, I would do that if Jesse chose Firpo as left back. I'd move Struijk into centre back and take Llorente out, because Llorente's been shit. So
yeah. Putting it nicely, yeah.
To put it frankly, yeah. But out of the two, who's better, Firpo or Struijk in left back position? So far at the moment, it's been Struijk. So
what are your thoughts, Chris? Or do you see Cooper coming in replacing Llorente instead of putting Struijk in and Firpo in? How would you?
I think Coops is going down the same line as Bamford now. Every time he seems to get fit, he gets another injury. And if we want some consistency across the back four this season, for me, I'd drop Pascal in there. Diego Llorente is just a permanent heart attack waiting to happen for me. Every time he gets the ball, my arse falls out. And then, it looks like it'd have to be Firpo at left back. And I think the striker situation's more desperate than left back. but we're going to get neither anyway. So only 13 games till the January transfer window.
Yeah. And then when everything's going to be way more expensive.
Way more expensive, especially as some players will have had decent World Cups and all the rest of it. Prices just skyrocket. So nice one, Leeds United board. Staff
So,
just
Hannah, as well as a left back, do you think right back's questionable? How did you find Rasmus the other day? Or do you think Alien would jump back in there? Would you want to see another right back come in?
I think you wouldn't complain to have more choice in every position, really. But right back it's not as important, nowhere near as important as a striker than a left back for me. With Christensen, though, I like him. I just think he's going to take time to settle in and bed in the Premier League. I think it's just such a world away from what he's used to. I think he has got so much potential. I just think he needs to calm down a little bit, stop constantly giving his man so much space, because that infuriates me. But you wouldn't complain to get another one in, but I would like to say a striker in it and a left back. But we're not getting a left back. Like I said, we're probably not even going to get a striker by the looks of things. So I just can't believe it. We've had all of the window. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I think that is the frustrating thing, is that, you know, we're leaving it again till last minute. I think they thought they could have winged it with the Chelsea result, Wolves result. But I think the fact that we've not won since then, and then obviously Rodrigo going off, it's put a bit of a downer on it. If that hadn't have happened with Rodrigo, Rhiannon, do you think we wouldn't be so worked up about it now?
I think so, yeah, because had Rodrigo not got injured, I don't think everyone would be panicking about the striker options. Because we literally had Rodrigo, then we had Bamford and Geldhart, and now we've got a question mark over Bamford. Rodrigo's out, and now we've literally just got Geldhart.
Yeah.
So it'll be like what happens if Joffrey gets injured. We're screwed. We don't have any form of forward.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, Joffrey does pick up injuries quite a lot. They don't tend to be massive ones, but ones that keep him out for 2-3 weeks at a time. There's every danger we can end up with no fit strikers very quickly. It's negligence for me from the board. It's absolute negligence. Is this?
There's us getting excited about our signings early on in the transfer window, and obviously I think this. And yes, we have been getting excited over how good of a start of a season we've had, but that can quickly turn. And I'm just hoping that come the winter break, when it's the World Cup, we're not seeing it as a blessing in disguise, because it's just turned on its head.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done what we needed to do in the transfer window, which is get a striker and a left back. So I'm just hoping that, I don't know, Jesse just pulls something out the bag, and we start getting some wins again. So far, we've been doing all right. Like even games where, of course, we've struggled and looked atrocious at times, we've managed to pull a draw out, a draw out of it, and actually come away with a point.
Yeah.
Brighton, you just write off completely, because they're just going to be doing bits this season. Like, they're just one of them teams. But
their defense is so good, isn't it?
Really is good.
Yeah, so just going to read out some comments. Surprised you didn't get Donovan today. I'm guessing this is who was talking about earlier. Red Rosani's tweet from there, but in French. I like that comment. Smoke and mirrors, I reckon, likely not realistic. Could have been, just to get us all like excited, but then again, he was so adamant in that tweet, wasn't he? He was fairly confident that we were going to get him. He agreed with the tweet that he said he was signing said that signing was underwhelming, wonder why he didn't sign. And that's the message that I got across. It was kind of like, yeah, you're second best. I wouldn't want to sign for anyone that's literally just tweeted that out about me. Like, yeah, we didn't get a thing. We'll keep trying to get in, but for now we've got this person. It doesn't look good, does it? Evening, Alison. From Disney. you're really loyal to the channel now. On holiday. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. Wow, I don't. Oh, that's not very nice, Ian. Leeds are really special when it comes to deadline day. Yeah, like the whole saga. Don't go to bed yet. What was that with the skeleton thing that happened as well? Was that? I
know what you mean. I can't remember now. Was it someone taking the mic?
Oh yeah, waiting for it or something.
Waiting for so and so to sign on deadline day.
And it's just a skeleton in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fight.
I'll just check because that's the dog.
Rad's just knocked on the door.
Help me, Hannah. Not that I know of. Has anyone got transfer deadline in the background?
No, but let me have a
Yeah, I've just put it on now actually.
Breaking news: the stadium lights have been turned on at Ellen Road.
Oh God!
Shit's going down.
It's just the groundsman having a giggle in there like that.
Yeah. Just winding everyone up.
Yeah. Seeing how many cars pull up outside Ellen Road in the next half an hour.
Yeah, like, mate, come down to Ellen Road and make it look like we're signing someone. Like, this just sums up like Leeds' deadline day. Do you remember that one before? And it was like someone was at Leeds United and it was like, we spotted someone, I think we're going to sign them. And it was just like a presenter for like LUTV or something. It was just part of the media team. Oh.
I'm actually pretty gutted, you know. I really had that little hope that I think we would have done something to them, brought a striker in. I'm actually quite gutted.
So, according to Transfer Changer, Dan James has passed his medical at Fulham. The deal is still waiting for a green light from Leeds, so this could be another take us home incident.
I wonder if Dan James will be more happy about this one though, if we say, oh no, we want him back, or will he be peeved?
Wow. Yeah. So basically, because of what's happened, we're not going to give the green light just yet because we may need to take him back and he's not going on loan.
Yeah, you'll be annoyed if you're Fulham, but they look like they're having a really good transfer window.
Yeah.
So many teams getting good loan players in. Yeah, so Chris, why don't you talk to us about Nottingham Forest?
Well, I think they're up to like 21, 22 new players now. It's just, it's high risk strategy transfer wise for me, because if those players don't gel, or all of a sudden you've got a squad of 352 players and they're not all going to get game time, it can quickly become a bit toxic, I guess. But some of the names we're bringing in, I think we've seen Batshuayi is probably going to end up there before the window shuts. Loads of players they brought, obviously a couple of scummers in Lingard and Dean Henderson. They must have some money for wages because these aren't cheap players, a lot of them either. So, but it just, Fulham making moves today and teams like that, and it just makes us look ridiculous.
Especially when they're the teams we really want to beat. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know, half the time you just say, right, forget the top six, because, you know, the fact that we didn't beat Everton, so we need to strengthen. We didn't beat Brighton, which I know is a bit harsh to say. Brighton are a really good team, and they're not no walk in the park. But you know, we're fighting them. We don't want a repeat of last season, and I don't want to be just to get promoted to the Premier League to just be, you know, either a boring side or just be fighting relegation. You know, I just want us to look like we're fighting for something again. But yeah,
it's a bit of a worry though, isn't it? Because like you say, Rodrigo out, Bamford's Bamford, isn't he? And then Jaffe, he picks up injuries all the time, and there's no Dan James to fall back on. Do you know what I mean? So who on earth is going up there?
Well, just what a difference like a couple of weeks make, isn't it? Because I remember coming on this stream going, you know, wow, like Adams looked really good, Aronson looked really good, and we've still got Ferber to come back. We've still got Sinistera to come in, and we've still got Forshaw, and well, I was just like naming all these players that we've got, and that they're going to come in and make, you know, and now it's like we're like desperate again. So it just shows you how quickly something changes. So we do need that backup. You know, it can get worse, yeah, as we've known from last season. Brad said himself he wants to sell when we're in Europe. Surely this nonsense slows down that process massively. He's just wasting his own time and money, not taking squad depth and injuries seriously. Exactly. But also because he wants to sell, he's not really going to be spending much of his own money. But 49ers should be ploughing some money in.
Well, Sky Sports News is still saying that the offer still stands and that we're just waiting for a decision from Bamba whether he wants to go to Nice or whether he wants to come to us.
All right, so it's not official yet.
No.
Yeah, it's just gone along the bottom, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's just gone along the bottom.
Well, didn't he, Chris? What was that other tweet Radazani put out? He replied to someone else as well, didn't he? Saying,
I replied to Ollie again. Yeah. Ollie put something like, "What's the bet that the club asked me to delete that tweet within the next 10 minutes?" And Rad's replied to it. Let me find it. It's all good, Ollie. Part of the madness of deadline day. We have been screwed. It happens to even to the best ones. We've done a great market, planned and executed our targets at a very early stage. Keep going. We haven't planned and executed all our targets because we still haven't got a bleeding striker.
Yeah, which it makes it sound even worse, doesn't it? Because it's like, well, why wasn't that your planned target when literally everyone's been screaming since January that we need another striker and a left back. So the fact that they haven't planned it and then they're like last minute shit, we need to do something because everyone's going to be mad. That's how it just seems to come across.
It just this last few days has been a bit of a cluster from the club with obviously Angus's programme comments and the way he went about them, about signings and stuff like that. And then Andrea doing that today. And we've largely backed the board on this channel. You know what I mean? We've called him out for some stuff, which is every fan's right. We pay our money for merchandise and tickets, whatever it may be. But we've largely backed them. But today, this has been an absolute farce today. And it's like you said, it's not the first time he's done something like this. Just shut up. Just shut up until someone signed the piece of paper. Then you gob off all you want. Stop showing off.
Yeah.
It's silly.
That's tit for tat, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a businessman. He really should know better. It's not like this would be his first ever business dealing that he's ever done. And it just screams amateur. It really does.
Do you think he should just get off Twitter? Because I'm not being funny, but Twitter can be a cesspit and one wrong thing and that's it. It just all comes crashing down, doesn't it? So yeah, this isn't a bad shout. Yeah, Somerville looked really good against Barnsley the other day. But you can't just rely on under 23s either.
No, I mean, it's right. Somerville might come good, but whether Somerville does or not, we're still weakening what was already a weak front line today because of the injuries and stuff. So regardless of whether Somerville comes good or not, the business today, as it's looking like it'll finish, what have we got now? Less than 2 hours before the window closes. We're weaker than we were when the day started. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. So do we need a winner? Chris Gertrude, now get it right. Hello. It seems Somerville's not on the got someone from Oklahoma. Hello. All right, girls. City season ticket holder here. Can't wait for Leeds versus City at your place. I went last year and we'll beat you 4-0. Top fans and the class atmosphere. Huge respect.
God, how can we?
Rubbing it in at the same
I
time.
know, yeah. I can definitely wait for that. I'm not looking forward to that.
I mean,
Boris
it's
loves
slightly
it.
Leeds related, isn't it? But Haaland, a goal every 44 minutes at the minute. My God, that lad's scary.
Did you see that? Did I put in that TikTok video of that Man United fan going mad about Haaland?
No. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah. Trying to explain to his missus every 44 minutes. Every 44 minutes.
It's like you have to score that many goals to be like about 18 goals to be classed as a decent striker. He scored half of them in 4 games. Oh, funny. Might as well just give him the league title now, ain't you? Yeah. Rihanna in the stoop last. Doing bits for us on other channels. Can Aileen be an option for left back? I don't think I'd like that.
No.
Oh, we've got Dallas as well. To come back yet? Anyone know any update on that?
I think from what Jesse said, that's still going to take a while. I don't think we'll see him till past the World Cup, so maybe January time, the earliest. So that's still not an option going forward currently. So
yeah. I've now wanted to take away an alcohol, and this is exactly what
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I think he had a poor first half, but he had a much better second half, and I love it when he just gets stuck into a play, squaring up to someone's very lead. That's one way to win the fans over. And he just seemed to get better after that, so maybe someone just needs to like square up to him every match for him to become good. I think he just lacks pace, but like Hannah, you said, and Jesse Marsh has said that what was it that he was basically a lot better before, and he's just not finding his feet in a minute in the Premier League, but hopefully his talent's there.
You need to give him a bit of time. I mean, it's an absolute different world, isn't it? The Premier League. It's only been how many games has it been? 5, 6?
5.
Yeah, you need to give him a bit more time, I think. He is good, though, isn't he? I like his whole persona. I don't think I'd want to get on the wrong side of him.
Yeah, definitely not. It just his face. Right. I'll tell you what, Anderson looked evil the other day when someone tackled him and he got up and he was like he just had the proper aggressive face on. But yeah, I love that. I love the passion that the Americans seem to bring across as well. Yeah, so who are they? Yeah, hopefully, Sinistera can start smashing more in. You've got Harrison that can score. Aronson, maybe it's not all that bad. I'm trying to stay positive here. Could Jack
I just don't know why why it's so frustrating after everything that happened last season. How they've not have you not learned your lesson? Like, you know what I mean? Could have so easily gone a different way at the end of last season.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you know what it is? Is if nothing had been said today and nothing in program notes a couple of days ago, and we'd assigned no one, we'd have been annoyed about it. Of course we would. We'd have been like, how can they not see we need a striker? Blah blah blah. But they've really doubled down the last couple of days, and Rads has just made himself and the club and the fans look fucking stupid today.
Yeah, like people don't laugh at us enough.
It just makes it 10 times worse because now we're like, oh my God, even when we're going after people, we can't seal the deal.
Yeah.
Because our chairman's on Twitter spouting off, spelling names wrong and making people feel like second there. God. Surprised he hasn't been on Sky Sports News yet.
Yeah.
Well.
Breaking news, guys. Exeter just signed someone from Shrewsbury. I was one.
I don't know if it's going to be like a comfort to us, like going into the rest of the season, but like Wolves have lost 2 of their players, like, and don't look like to be bringing anyone else in, and they just have to be like they're just losing them, like, and their squad depth is just getting thinner and thinner by the minute.
Yeah, that's someone
Like,
we were going for as well, weren't it? That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about that on Sky Sports. To be fair, that won't come off.
No. But their defender Bowley has just gone to Forest, and Den Docker has just signed for Villa.
Yeah.
So
our low net transfer spend is anything to do with the stadium extension plans? No.
Billy Gilmore is having a medical at Brighton.
No. On the stadium thing.
And James Garner's going to Everton.
Yeah, that was announced a while ago. Yeah.
Was it? I'm just seeing what's on the.
I think he's having his medical at the minute. The stadium expansion thing. No, it's absolute. That's not an excuse, because you need to ring fence that money, and it should be brought in through separate sponsorships, business deals, etc. Part of maybe the 49ers buying that extra stake in the club, that money should be ring fenced aside. We've spent net zero this transfer window, and it's not like we spent fortunes in the previous 2 either. We spent quite heavily when we first came back up. Some of those signings have been a bit hit and miss, let's say. But no, it shouldn't be affecting transfer windows like this to the point where you actually spend nothing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, absolutely nothing. I was a bit, I don't think we'll bring anyone. I'm okay with it. Let's see how we get on. But today's really annoyed me with that tweet.
Exactly. It's how they've gone about it. If they just shut up then and brought out a documentary after about how much they tried. Again.
What was it? Someone said earlier, can't wait for the next time Angus has a chat, how many times he'll say complicated about the transfer window.
Yeah.
Challenging, that was it, wasn't it? It was challenging.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
I remember that tweet.
Yeah.
You can't. You literally have to take Angus's word as like a pinch of salt now. Like before, you inspire confidence and thinking, "Oh yeah, you know."
Jackson, because like he said, we're still going for him. I can't say his name.
Gakpo.
Yeah, Jack said that to me before I went live. Like, that he's saying that, but can you trust him that we even are? You just don't know what comes out of his mouth. But yeah, this comment just fills me with dread. It doesn't actually seem like they. All I've known of the 49ers is that they've obviously made them get Jesse Marsh, which was good, but it just seems like all they've done is cared about more the stadium, like make sure that we get ticketless fucking season tickets and no cash, and like the cashless system and that. It doesn't see. I've not heard really much from the 49ers. I don't know if that's just me not really taking much notice. I don't know if anyone else has.
No, they're a PR machine. They're a money making machine of the business behind the 49ers. It's the same with the 49ers, the actual team. It's a money making thing. I think people got excited because on paper, much like the Glazers at Scum, they're worth billions. But I think they'd take as much out as they put in. If Leeds got to the dizzy heights of Europe and stuff like that, we might be proven wrong, but I don't see them being this big swashbuckling lunatics with cash. Not like when the rumours went on for 4 years about Red Bull buying us. That would have been absolutely cash happy, wouldn't that? And we'd have had to accept that we were Red Bull Leeds United. Well,
yeah, they're all about changing the stadium. Yeah. But it's like all I've seen is them fucking sending videos going, "Good luck, Leeds United," and you know, just sending random people shirts.
Yeah.
But, you know, put your money where your mouth is. As the saying goes.
Yeah, like strikers and that are out there, aren't they? You've just got to be prepared to smash the cash, especially if you want a 20+ goal striker. There's not many do that in the Premier League.
No. Like, I don't even mind if it is someone that they've got, you know, Rafinha, he wasn't established, and, you know, he came in for 7 million. He was a bargain. He was brilliant. You know, like, fair enough, like, if it's going to pay off or whatever. But anyone at the minute, just sign my nan up, right? As long as she's got striker written as a title. I don't care at this moment in time. You just want backup. You can make something good. You know, the L's have shown us that it's all about the manager, and obviously you got to have some ability. But, you know, just at this minute in time, I think we just desperately want someone that we can have in that's a striker. It's not a made-up striker.
I mean, I've been following Bamba Diang's career for about an hour and a half now, and I'm absolutely devastated that we haven't got him over the line. But in a hint of seriousness, he's been being chased by Premier League clubs for the last 2 windows now, I believe, from what Sky Sports News was saying. And I think he is a massive prospect from, again, what these so-called pundits and experts are saying. And he could have been potentially the next Rafa, you know, bring him in at 20 million, whatever it was we were going to pay for him, have him for 2 seasons, sell him on for big money, etc. But yeah, the gaffer's had an absolute balls up. I bet Jesse's fuming today, you know. I bet Jesse's angry.
Yeah. Because he's even said it. He even said it before. I need a striker and a left back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not just the fan saying it as well. He's come out and said it. I mean, this is spot on. This transfer window seems like Leeds losing a match. It doesn't feel like that. Especially losing James and not having a replacement. I don't think anyone would have been so hyped up. I think before people were like, yeah, okay, good luck to James. And then as soon as we, you know, that's fallen through today with a striker, it's like, why have we got rid of James? And, you know,
I think even the biggest doubters of Dan James won't be happy he's gone today because no one has come in. Because it is, whether you like him or not as a player, it's weakening our options, and it's mental. It's absolutely mental.
Yeah.
Wait till you get to Jack's latest comment.
Oh really? Sorry, there's so many mind the gap. Sorry for that get oh fucking hell, Ryan Kent again. Yeah, we always get linked to him and Shay Adams or whatever every Jay-Z video got shirts. I'm seeing them both at older drinking bubble. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we need to start paying. You know, I mean, it's hard, like you say. You said about Man United, but they're just like splashing money out for fun now. They, you know, I think you put in our WhatsApp group, Chris, about, you know, they're just trying to talk about trying to solve a problem with money.
Yeah, I mean, what they've paid for that Anthony is ridiculous. It's a massive panic buy. But at least they've signed someone. That's my problem. I was laughing at it when it happened this morning. I was like, £3 million, £85 million for him. When we got Cine, who had just as good a numbers, I think, pretty much in the that league last season for 20-odd million. I'm like, that's a huge panic buy. But now, again, Rads has absolutely ruined me because I was dining out on Scum, spending stupid money on mediocre players, and now Rads has ruined that for me as well because Man United fans just like, oh, your chairman's a dick. I'm like,
yeah, exactly. Like
can we?
If we just didn't put that tweet out and just, you know, we would have all been like, oh, rumours were that you went for him and then he chose not to at last minute. Fair enough that we did try, but it's the fact that he put them 2 tweets out and it's like, Coming back from that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's just digging yourself a hole, isn't it? Like, I don't know why he puts himself in those positions, because he's just going to be a target for all the for literally the whole fan base to just have a go.
Yeah, he's getting smashed all over Twitter at the minute, from what I've seen. But sometimes it's probably deserved. You can't really defend it, can you? As long as you're not hurling personal insults, I think people have got an actual right to reply to it and go, "Come on, mate, you're absolutely taking the mick here."
I saw someone's tweet that made me laugh, and it was like, "So how should we welcome him?"
Hang on. So there's video on. See, I don't believe anything now. There's someone walking into Ellen Road now, but is that a film from 3 years ago when Dan James was initially meant to sign, or?
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Well, that presenter. Yeah. So, anything else anyone wants to add?
Just paid off.
Yeah.
Just gutting, in it, really. We thought we were doing so well, and then to not bring a striker in, I just think it's absolutely hideous. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't shock me though.
No, like you say, it's just typical Leeds, isn't it? But yeah,
I know everyone was like, a lot of the fans were like, with Shea Adams and stuff. So I'd have took him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and the thing is,
a lot of Leeds fans don't agree with that, but like,
it gets to a point where you'll just accept anyone.
Yeah,
like anyone who's a forward, anyone that's got that skill, just like, especially Premier that also has Premier League experience, which like Shea Adams does. Why not?
Yeah.
So you say like in January, but I still don't think. Look at January last year. It wouldn't shock me if we didn't bring anyone in January.
For me, and I agree. I don't think we will bring anyone in January. I think, like we said, the prices are inflated because it's a panic buying window, and I don't see a club like us bringing anyone in January. I think we're far more likely to let someone go who has a good World Cup or something like that.
Yeah, it's hard to take him seriously now, isn't it? Like, we've had a few disastrous moments with him before. I mean, I feel harsh in saying it. The Everton review. I didn't think anyone would be that bothered hearing about how pissed off I am with Everton game as well as this. But yeah, I think we'll beat Brentford. I'm not even confident we'll beat Brentford. It's mad how something like that can just completely change the atmosphere and the mood, and then that will pass on to the players. Everything comes from the top downwards. So
yeah,
if they're not happy, it's going to get past. If Jesse Marsh isn't happy with the window, like not getting a striker and a left back in, that vibe's gonna then pass off to to the players and that, and it seems at the minute that we're just playing off of atmosphere. So like I'm quite confident when we play at home, but when we play away, I'm not confident at all. I just think, yeah,
that I agree with you there. Like, but that's so naive from them, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think also the difference between potentially playing Brentford away now and when we last played Brentford away was that last time we had something to fight for.
Yeah.
We literally had our season on the line,
mm-hmm.
and we had enough. I don't know, to say gumption. We had enough fight. We had enough passion to put us over the line. Whereas this time round, it's the start of the season. There's nothing really much to play for. Just try and get as many points on the board. So I honestly don't.
Yeah.
I see us losing against Brentford, to be fair. Like, they're a good outfit. And it's just, yeah. And I hate saying that about Brentford because I hate their manager. So
same, but London doesn't do us any favours either.
Sky Sports News have just said that it looks like the Dan James deal will go through. So looks like Dan's off for at least the season on loan.
God. What happened to we could pull the plug when we oh.
Well, what happened to there's no dicking about? Do you remember that comment?
No dicking about this time round. Oh God, we're going to take the Premier League seriously. Well, you're obviously not.
Honest to God, they're as bad as the fucking politicians, those three, aren't they? Just shut up and do your job.
Yeah, they're all
Talk, no action.
Yeah, it's weird. It's even like say Alta last year arguing with the fans in the stand, and that was just a bit cringy.
Yeah,
because you're passionate, but don't try and think you're one of us, and then you can argue with one of us. Like,
I'm not being funny. No one more passionate and cares more about the team than a fan. We'll always be. You fucking know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess it'll be Greenwood and Joffrey up front Saturday. Oh dear. Yeah, I did block, but I don't know. Is Derek still about?
Yeah, he's on.
Oh, he's here. Yeah, thank you, Derek. He's loyal as our Derek. And Dirty Leeds also. Good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's another thing, isn't it? A 25 million player on loan. That's big money for us, 25 million. It just seems a bit of a waste of money, doesn't it?
You think they'd call it off, wouldn't you? Considering they're not bringing anyone in, you think they'd stop it.
Yeah.
It's like they'll push it through just to try and save face, so they don't have to say we were wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, this is true.
They've signed a couple of players. I think one player today, haven't they? So I can't remember his name. Akanji or something like that. So they've got Haaland. They could have pretty much all their team out. He's still going to bag 50 goals this season. He's an absolute.
Yeah, just one man against 12. Wow, I'm tired. I can't count 11. Yeah, it would still win, won't it? On that note, I think we should end it there. I don't think it doesn't look like we're going to sign anyone. I think we could say all we can on how disappointed we are at the minute. Hopefully we'll wake up very happy tomorrow.
That's very much wishful thinking. Real wishful thinking.
On another note, though, we have been signed. We've been signed by someone. Just gonna share my screen. So yeah, this is Football Prizes, and they've got a deal on at the minute, and it's to win 2 Leeds versus Tottenham Forest hospitality tickets. And you get an instant win prize as well. So the cost is £9.95, and there's 65 tickets available. And the competition closes on next Wednesday, so you have till then. And you can see here, so 9 are sold already. So yeah, get those in. So you just have to answer the question: which of these Leeds United players is English? I'll give you a clue: it's not the American or the Spanish one. So yeah, so you can grab your tickets there for £9.95 for a chance to win hospitality tickets. So get over to your Football Prizes. Tickets are very hard to come by at the minute, so it's a great opportunity to try and get to go to a game. I'm too depressed to have sex tonight. Let's all try and stay positive, and I hope everyone has a good night. Thank you all for joining us, and see you later. Bye.